nerds. Yeet.
Rain, making it rain, making it rain, making it rain.
Check it. Check it, nerds.
Hey, nerds, it's Yeet, and we are back with another episode of Yeet versus ZINEQUEST. Today is February the 9th. So we are 9 days into this amazing holiday, this extravaganza of Zenic Wondertude. We have some guests today, and we're going to do a special piece today. We're going to talk about old school essentials, which is as currently over $50,000 has been raised in just zines this time for things related to old school essentials. How cool is that? So let's do the numbers.
Kobold has wares if you have coin.
All right, February 9th. For this time, we backed 7 new projects, bringing us total to 43 total projects. A couple of things that we backed that we'll talk about the next time we get together, including Golf Quest. There's literally a zine about golfing that involves physical dexterity action of golfing. It's madness. But we'll talk about that next time. Our 43 total projects. We now have 13 from the UK. UK is strong, leaning out there, but still 24 from the US. 5 of them have been PDFs, 2 cassettes, and 1 map. It's just a map, not a book. Our new spend this week was 11135. So bringing our total spend to $859.90, which is an average of $20 per project, which is it's keeping. That's about average. It's been about the average across all of these zine pieces. That is inclusive of shipping. So a lot of these have it's $10 or $15 plus some amount of money to ship it to you, which is super worth it. But if you are out there in the world and you're like, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to make a zine. I'm going to get in on ZINEQUEST 5. Still have time. You still have plenty of February. Or if you're thinking about it, especially for next time, ZINEQUEST 6, the reality is think about it as $20 as your core price point. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm going to bring a guest out, and we are going to talk about a cool project called Advanced Ancient Academy.
Hello, Yeet.
Oh, Stuart.
Thanks for having me on your show.
Oh man, thanks for being here. Am I correct that you are in Canada?
I am in Canada, the southern part of Canada, which is
in Guelph.
Guelph, which is related to a kobold, I think.
Guelph. Guelph.
That's right.
Guelph. Do you know Tommy Gofton?
I do know Tommy.
Oh, okay.
Everyone in Canada knows everyone.
That's true. Me and that yellow jacketed son of a bitch go way back. We go way back. But I also know that he is from Guelph. Guelph, as it appears to be. Stuart, can you tell the people at home about your project, which is currently backed and funded on?
Yes, we're funded now. This is my ZINEQUEST. This is my first time doing ZINEQUEST. I'm really excited about it. Up until now, I just did little zines on my own. And one of the first little zines I did was the original Ancient Academy zine. And it was a micro zine, a 1-page piece of paper. It was part of the 1-page dungeon contest. And for ZINEQUEST this year, I decided that I wanted to take my original notes that I had compressed down into this tiny little zine and expand that up to regular adventure size, and then share that.
Full zine size. I do love a micro zine. They are more of my actual person size.
That's right.
But you know, full size zines are definitely where it's at. And it looks like you have some great art.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Did you do this art?
Yeah, I'm an illustrator. I've been, well, like a number of people. It's no special thing, but I've been playing D&D since the Stranger Thing days of the 1980s, and so I've been a dungeon master.
D&D since I saw it on Stranger Things. Is definitely real.
I played D&D since I was the era of the Stranger Things fiction, so since the 1980s.
Yes.
And yeah, I've done the artwork. I wrote it.
Art's great.
And once upon a time, we did. We actually have an actual play podcast that it sounds terrible because it was recorded on like a 1990s era digital recorder, but we did record an actual play that was, you know, about 11 or 12 years old at this point.
Of this adventure.
I've run this adventure at conventions. People have told me that the original, the little Ancient Academy, the first one, has been run at conventions. People say it's one of their favorite starter adventures for BX D&D, old school D&D. But
so why did you choose OSE? Because that's important to our it's important to our conversation that we're going to have later.
Yeah, so I had been running 5th edition for a number of years. I was doing a weekly all ages game. I had about 75 kids and parents in that campaign. And
that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. And we eventually finished, and I ran some smaller games. And I decided I wanted to get back to that more streamlined, easy to run version of D&D. And I thought, you know what, this would be a perfect adventure to do for ZineQuest since I'm getting back into old school essentials. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun revisiting these rules, and the old school essential rules are fantastic. I love basic expert D&D, but the presentation in old school essentials is really top notch.
All right, so you hold on to that. We're gonna pivot away. We're gonna talk to another guest, and I'm gonna bring you back on to talk about OSE.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Technically, get your crap together. Come on. All right, we got it. Who do we got? Billy Blue. Billy Blue.
Hello.
Hey, Billy, you're outside.
Yeah, I'm outside in beautiful Southern California. That's where I'm from.
Southern California, how south?
Yeah. Hey, nerds.
Hey, yeah, you got it. You're picking it up. Where in Southern California?
I live in Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
All right.
I've lived all over. I've moved around a lot in SoCal, but right now my home is in Huntington Beach, and that's I grew up around that neighborhood too, so it's very familiar to me. So about 15-20 minutes from the beach.
Down near the beach. It's awesome.
Yep.
Hey, Billy, why don't you tell the people at home about your RPG, TLD RPG, which it took me so long to figure out that it's TLDRPG.
It's a little play on words, you know. It's a little pun.
Yeah, TLDR.
RPG, exactly. So yeah, it is called TLDRPG. It is a kind of short and quick version of a role-playing game, so hence the name, you know. It's my attempt to get a game that is fast and fun and flexible. I want something that you can just, you just grab the book and you're ready to go in a few minutes. You know, there's certainly a place for the bigger, crunchier games.
Yes.
But, you know, sometimes on game night, you just want something quick and easy, especially if you're trying to bring somebody new into the hobby. It helps a lot if you don't have to explain 300 pages of rules, you know. So this is kind of my attempt at that. Yeah. Hey, I like crunchy games too, you know, but I like other things.
That's right. I like all of the jams. I want to be all around. I want to do all the stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, excuse me. I ate some crunchy games earlier. So what makes TLDR PG different and unique?
Well, I really like it because it's more player focused. So I designed the system in a way so that you don't feel boxed in by like your class or your racial bonuses or proficiencies, things like that. I really wanted it to be up to player choice. So the character, um,
You're getting hit by a car. Watch out, Billy.
yeah.
Be safe.
So yeah, I will. The way you make your character is you put the points into the attributes you choose, and then now that you have points in your attributes, you can start slotting in abilities that you choose. So it's really player facing, and it's really gives you a lot of the choice in how you want to build your character, how you want to play your character, and it's all based on your decisions. So I really like that kind of play. So that's the kind of game I try to make.
That's fantastic, and I see that it has been funded. But
getting close to our first stretch goal.
It is actually not part of ZineQuest.
You mean like because it doesn't have the tag?
It doesn't have the tag.
You know what's
you got your tag up there, man.
Before the campaign even launched, I did their whole thing and I got the ZineQuest tag. It said, "Congratulations, you will have a ZineQuest tag when you launch." And then once I launched, people are telling me, "Hey, I can't find you using the tag." You.
Yeah, you need the tag so that we can find you.
That's so weird.
Gym, like when I go and push the button. But if you look here, so this is a warning that I give people all the time. So what you need to do is send an email to Games at Kickstarter and be like, "Yo,
that's what it is." Okay, I'm gonna do that tonight then.
Help a brother out. Help a brother out.
Yeah.
Get me on that.
I did it.
Because this definitely should be part. This is part and parcel. This is rules light. It's hitting all the pieces. It's where you want to be.
I specifically made it for ZineQuest, so right. Yeah, it should definitely be part of that.
And who did your art?
I did.
You did the art.
Yeah, that's all me.
Yeah, we have 2 illustrators making games on YEET versus ZineQuest today, and let me tell you, you're great. This is some great stuff. Thank you so much for making the project. I hope it goes really, really well for you. And I'm going to let you go, Billy, and we're going to talk. I'm going to keep everybody around here, but thanks so much. And, enjoy the beach.
Yeah, man. I enjoy the show. Hey.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right, everybody. How super awesome is all of this awesome stuff about awesome? So since we're not actually, there we go. We got our boy Stuart back. I thought maybe he had been lost to the void. But Stuart, I wanted to talk about the fact that there's a bunch of cool games that are using old school essentials. So we have not only your own Advanced Ancient Academy, but we have Delver 7. We have the Demonology book. There's an adventure called Ziggurat of the Blood God. Old School and Cool. This is specifically a zine that's just about old school, OSE. The Candle 3 Fantasy Audio Magazine. Gary's Appendix, which strangely, not an organ. Odyssey, which is like, what if Ulysses was just like super, super bad? And some other projects that are going on. All of these things have in common that they're all using this OSE. And so for the people at home, if they're not familiar with OSE is a
representation, shall we say?
Representation. It's an OS. It's an old school clone that is 100% completely compatible, 100% with the BX version of Kobolds and my of Kobolds of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right.
And it looks beautiful. The books are great. They have great art. They have all the charts, and then they give you some ways to layer stuff in. There's advanced options that allow you to have the functionality of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons in a BX format. And I, as a person, I am a huge BECMI fan, and they're effectively equivalent.
When we played back when I was a kid, we used those interchangeably. My best friend, DM Jeremy over at Old Men Rolling Dice, he had BECMI and I had BX, and we'd make characters for each other's games and just use them interchangeably.
I mean, BECMI was really just like once again, it was like BX laid out better. It was like, oh.
I think there was different things about how it was laid out. I love that in BECMI they had that choose your own adventure intro, which I think is such a great way.
It is the greatest welcome to role playing ever made.
That's how D&D was introduced to me. Someone told me it's like a choose your own adventure, but you can choose anything you can think of.
At Knife Level Games, we love it so much. We appropriate it, Bargle, as our like go-to low-level bad guy.
It's great. It's great. But I do like, one of the things I do like about BX is they really paid attention to what was on one page. Whereas I feel like BCMI, they had the information go across pages a little bit more. So they weren't quite paying attention to it lying open on the table during play like you would for maybe board game rules. So I think both of the books had their strengths.
But then the Old School Essentials is just like making that easier and easier and easier.
Exactly. They have such a nice presentation in Old School Essentials. Really great art, really nice layout and typography.
Really nice sizes. The books are you know, they're very cool. And I came to OSE through ZineQuest. Like I wouldn't have known. I mean, I say that I probably would have known, but I wouldn't have gotten into it. And over the course of this month, we're going to talk about some other, systems that are really popular on ZineQuest, including Mothership, Morkborg, and Polymorph. So, I mean, those are like, that's going to be, we're going to have nights. We're going to talk about all of those things. But I was super glad that we could nerd out here, Stuart, about this. Thanks for talking with the people about OSE. Thank you all. Like I always say, life is like a game of chess. I don't know how to play chess. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good time.
Thanks, Yeet.
All right. Bye, Stuart.
Have a great night.